The world of celebrity culture often presents us with a flawless, heavily edited veneer, where every image is meticulously crafted to project an illusion of perfection. We are accustomed to seeing smooth skin, perfectly manicured lives, and carefully curated narratives that distance these public figures from the messy, unfiltered realities of everyday human existence. Yet, every so often, a moment of stark, unapologetic authenticity breaks through the noise, shattering the illusion and forcing us to look at the raw truth beneath the glamour. When a prominent figure chooses to peel back the layers of public expectation, it resonates deeply because it taps into a universal human experience. It reminds us that behind the flashing cameras, the red carpets, and the endless media scrutiny, there are real bodies, real struggles, and real triumphs that mirror our own. This kind of vulnerability is rare in an industry built on smoke and mirrors, making its impact all the more profound when it does occur. It challenges the collective standard of what is deemed presentable or beautiful, shifting the conversation from aesthetic perfection to the celebration of resilience and strength. In recent times, the conversation surrounding women's bodies, motherhood, and the intense societal pressure to bounce back after giving birth has reached a critical turning point. Society often demands that women erase all physical traces of the monumental journey of bringing new life into the world, expecting them to return to their pre-pregnancy forms as if nothing had changed. This unrealistic expectation places an immense psychological and emotional burden on millions of mothers worldwide, who find themselves comparing their postpartum realities to the flawless images circulated by the media. The journey of motherhood is filled with profound transformations, both internal and external, yet the physical markers of this transformation are frequently hidden away, treated as flaws to be corrected rather than badges of honor. Against this backdrop of intense societal scrutiny, the act of stepping forward and proudly displaying the permanent physical evidence of childbirth becomes a radical statement of self-love and empowerment. Before we dive deeper into how one prominent figure completely upended these expectations and sparked a massive global conversation about body positivity and resilience, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into the stories that shape our culture. The power of a single photograph to alter a public narrative cannot be understated, especially in an era dominated by instantaneous digital communication. A simple snapshot can cut through the noise of daily news cycles and capture the collective imagination, prompting reflection and debate across various social media platforms. When this particular image surfaced, it immediately stood out from the usual stream of highly styled promotional content and vacation photos that typically dominate the digital landscape. It featured a bright, vibrant backdrop, a striking yellow garment, and an attitude of complete defiance that was impossible to ignore. But it was not the color or the setting that caught the eye of millions. It was a small, distinct physical detail that served as a powerful symbol of a deeply personal journey. This detail, a permanent physical reminder of a life-changing medical event, was presented not as something to be concealed or ashamed of, but as a testament to survival and strength. The image immediately went viral, capturing the attention of fans and critics alike, who recognized that this was more than just a casual update, but a deliberate declaration of identity. As the image continued to circulate, it became clear that this moment was part of a much larger, more complex chapter in the life of a woman who has spent years in the public eye, navigating both incredible professional success and deeply challenging personal transitions. For years, she has been known for her sharp wit, her willingness to tackle taboo subjects, and her refusal to conform to standard Hollywood stereotypes. Her career has been defined by a unique ability to find humor in the mundane and the painful alike, making her a relatable and beloved figure for millions of people who see their own flaws reflected in her work. Yet, behind the laughter and the public persona lies a story of significant personal upheaval, marked by profound changes in her family structure, her physical health, and her emotional well-being. This photograph, far from being an isolated incident, serves as the opening salvo in a new chapter of self-definition, occurring at a time when her personal life is undergoing a massive, highly publicized transformation. To truly understand the weight of this moment, one must look at the sequence of events that led up to it, a timeline filled with subtle clues, growing speculation, and eventual confirmation of major life changes. For months, keen observers of popular culture had noticed a shift in her public appearances and social media activity, hinting at significant developments behind closed doors. The rumors had been building for some time, fueled by subtle changes in behavior and appearance that suggested a major transition was underway. In the fast-paced world of celebrity media, nothing goes unnoticed, and every small detail is analyzed for deeper meaning. The public began to piece together a puzzle of a life in transition, noticing everything from shifts in wardrobe choices to the symbolic absence of certain personal items that had long been constants in her life. This period of growing anticipation set the stage for a series of revelations that would ultimately redefine how the public views her, transforming her from a comedic icon into a symbol of raw, unfiltered resilience in the face of life's greatest challenges. The figure at the center of this burgeoning cultural conversations is none other than Amy Schumer, the trailblazing 45-year-old comedian and actress whose career has long been defined by an unwavering commitment to brutal, hilarious honesty. When Schumer took to her Instagram story on a seemingly ordinary Friday, she did not share a heavily filtered glamour shot or a promotional poster for an upcoming project. Instead, she uploaded a striking image of herself posing confidently in a vibrant yellow bikini, her face playfully obscured by a giant sunglasses sticker. What immediately drew the eyes of millions, however, was not the beachwear or the sunny disposition, but the prominent C-section scar visibly peeking out from the bottom of her swimsuit. Across the photograph, Schumer wrote a caption that was both incredibly simple and profoundly resonant, stating that her C-section scar was peeking out to say that she is a warrior. This explicit embrace of her postpartum body, complete with the physical marks of major surgery, instantly transformed a casual weekend update into a powerful manifesto on body acceptance and maternal strength, capturing the exact blend of humor and vulnerability that has made her a household name. To understand the full depth of Schumer's proud declaration, one must look back to the momentous and incredibly difficult journey that brought this scar into existence. In May of 2019, the Trainwreck star welcomed her son Gene into the world, an event that should have been purely joyous but was instead preceded by severe medical hardships. Throughout her pregnancy, Schumer suffered from hyperemesis gravidarum, a rare and debilitating condition characterized by severe, relentless nausea and vomiting that often leads to dehydration and hospitalization. Far from hiding her suffering, she documented the grueling reality of her pregnancy on social media, showing the world that the path to motherhood is not always a glowing, magical experience. The birth itself culminated in a complicated cesarean section, a major surgical procedure that left a permanent physical imprint on her body. By referring to this scar as the mark of a warrior, Schumer effectively reframed a physical feature that society often encourages women to hide or laser away, turning it instead into a badge of survival, love, and immense physical capability. However, this public celebration of her maternal body did not occur in a vacuum. It emerged amidst a period of profound and deeply painful personal transition in Schumer's private life. For months, the entertainment world had been awash with persistent rumors regarding the state of her marriage to professional chef Chris Fischer, whom she had secretly and swiftly wed back in early 2018 after a whirlwind romance. The couple had initially seemed like a perfect match, blending Schumer's Hollywood lifestyle with Fischer's grounded, culinary background, a journey they even documented together in a unique cooking show during the global pandemic. Yet, as the years progressed, the cracks in the foundation began to show, and the public started noticing subtle but undeniable signs that the relationship was fracturing. The speculation finally reached a climax when Schumer officially filed for divorce from the 45-year-old chef in January, following a formal announcement of their separation the previous month. Marking the end of a 7-year marital chapter, the official confirmation of their breakup came on December 12th, when Schumer posted a candid and characteristically blunt message on her Instagram account. She began the announcement with a weary, relatable exclamation of blah blah blah, before revealing that she and Chris had made the incredibly difficult decision to end their marriage after 7 years together. In the text, she emphasized that despite the dissolution of their romantic bond, they still maintained a deep love for one another and were entirely committed to focusing their collective energy on raising their young son, Gene. She concluded the post with a standard yet heartfelt plea for privacy during such a sensitive and turbulent family transition. While the public announcement was met with a wave of sympathy from fans and colleagues alike, it was also viewed as the inevitable confirmation of a reality that many observant followers had already deduced through a series of distinct social media clues left behind by the actress in the crucial weeks leading up to the official divorce announcement. Schumer's digital presence had undergone a noticeable shift, dropping subtle breadcrumbs that hinted at her changing relationship status. One of the most glaring indicators occurred when she posted a photo of herself wearing a stylish yellow mini dress, a stunning outfit that showcased a dramatic physical transformation. However, it was not the dress or her physique that caught the attention of internet detectives, but rather the glaring absence of her wedding ring, a symbolic omission that spoke volumes in the hyper-analyzed world of celebrity culture. For someone whose marriage had been a central pillar of her public identity, appearing without the traditional band of commitment was a loud, silent confirmation that the rumors of an impending split were grounded in truth. This visual clue, combined with a sudden lack of joint appearances or mentions of Fischer on her platforms, painted a clear picture of a woman preparing to step into a new, independent phase of her life. Adding another layer of complexity to this period of intense scrutiny was Schumer's highly publicized physical transformation, which had become a major talking point in its own right. Over the course of the preceding months, the comedian had showed off a dramatic weight loss, an evolution that she openly and honestly attributed to her temporary use of the popular medication Mounjaro. Unlike many public figures who attempt to attribute their rapid physical changes solely to diet and exercise, Schumer chose her trademark path of transparency, freely admitting to utilizing the pharmaceutical aid while also discussing the side effects that eventually led her to stop taking it. This massive shift in her physical appearance, occurring simultaneously with the breakdown of her marriage, created an intense atmosphere of speculation and public fascination. Every photo she posted was dissected for meaning, making her subsequent decision to proudly display her C-section scar in a bright yellow bikini an even more deliberate and powerful reclamation of her narrative, proving that her journey towards self-love was not about achieving an artificial standard of perfection, but about embracing every single aspect of her history. The culmination of these dramatic life events paints a picture of a woman who is actively redefining what it means to heal, evolve, and survive under the unrelenting glare of public scrutiny. By exposing her surgical scar to millions of followers, Amy Schumer did much more than merely share a candid vacation photo. She effectively took control of a narrative that was rapidly being dictated by tabloids, gossip columns, and endless internet speculation. In the wake of a highly publicized divorce and intense public curiosity regarding her changing physical appearance, this single, defiant act served as a powerful reminder that her value is not determined by marital status or societal standards of flawless beauty. The scar itself, a permanent physical marker of the day she brought her son into the world, stands as an undeniable symbol of courage, resilience, and personal triumph over immense physical adversity. It represents a deeply personal journey that began with a terrifying and agonizing pregnancy, endured through a complex surgical birth, and now continues through the complex emotional landscape of single motherhood and co-parenting. This profound reclamation of her own body and story matters on a much larger scale because it directly challenges the toxic, unrealistic expectations that have plagued women in the public eye for generations. For decades, the mainstream media has perpetuated a damaging cycle where famous mothers are expected to magically erase the physical evidence of childbirth almost immediately after delivering, creating an isolating standard that leaves everyday women feeling inadequate and ashamed of their own postpartum bodies. By stepping forward and proudly labeling her C-section scar as the mark of a warrior, Schumer directly dismantles this harmful paradigm, offering a rare and comforting dose of reality to mothers worldwide who are navigating their own physical and emotional transformations. Her willingness to showcase her imperfections, her vulnerabilities, and her scars proves that true strength does not lie in the absence of struggle, but in the unapologetic embrace of everything our bodies have endured to bring us to the present moment. It shifts the cultural conversation away from superficial vanity and directs it toward a healthier, more compassionate celebration of female capability, endurance, and maternal sacrifice. When we look back at the journey of Amy Schumer and Chris Fischer, it becomes clear that their relationship was a unique partnership that left an indelible mark on both of their lives, regardless of its eventual conclusion. Their whirlwind romance in late 2017, followed by their highly secret and sudden wedding in early 2018, initially took the entertainment world by surprise, but quickly came to represent a beautiful coming together of two entirely different worlds. Fischer, an acclaimed professional chef, cookbook author, and dedicated farmer from Martha's Vineyard, brought a grounded, serene, and nature-oriented energy into Schumer's fast-paced, high-stress Hollywood existence. Together, they navigated the early years of their marriage with a public sense of humor and mutual respect, even creating a critically acclaimed television cooking show from their home during the height of the global pandemic, which allowed fans a rare intimate look into their domestic life. Throughout their 7 years together, they faced immense challenges side by side, most notably Schumer's debilitating battle with hyperemesis gravidarum during her pregnancy and the subsequently stressful birth of their beloved son. Jean, even though their romantic journey has come to an end with their official divorce filing, the bond they share as parents to their young son remains a permanent, foundational aspect of their lives moving forward. The deliberate choice to emphasize their ongoing mutual love, respect, and shared commitment to co-parenting in their public announcement speaks volumes about their maturity and their shared desire to protect their child from the chaotic fallout of a celebrity split. Their journey serves as a poignant reminder that the end of a marriage does not mean the failure of a family. Rather, it represents a necessary evolution into a new structure where the well-being of the child remains the absolute center of gravity. As they transition into this new chapter of independent lives, both Schumer and Fischer carry with them the profound lessons, the shared memories, and the beautiful legacy of the family they built together during a transformative era of their lives. For Schumer individually, this period of immense personal upheaval has coincided with a profound journey of self-discovery, physical autonomy, and health advocacy that has resonated with millions of individuals facing similar struggles. Her completely transparent discussion regarding her use of the medication Mounjaro for weight loss, along with her candid explanation of why she ultimately chose to stop taking it due to the intense side effects, highlighted her ongoing commitment to honesty in an industry completely dominated by secrecy and deception. Rather than hiding behind public relations statements or attributing her changing physique to unrealistic fitness routines, she chose to demystify the conversation surrounding modern weight management aids, empowering others to make informed, shame-free choices about their own health journeys. This unwavering commitment to authenticity, whether she is discussing pharmaceutical side effects, the emotional toll of a painful divorce, or the physical reality of a postpartum body, has solidified her status as a vital, necessary voice in contemporary popular culture. As the dust settles on this chapter of her life, the image of Amy Schumer standing proudly in a yellow bikini with her C-section scar firmly on display remains an enduring, powerful testament to her unbreakable spirit. It is a visual declaration that she refuses to be hidden, refuses to be shamed, and refuses to allow her identity to be defined by anyone other than herself. She stands as a modern warrior in the truest sense of the word, a woman who has marched through the fires of severe physical illness, navigated the heartbreaking dissolution of her marriage, and emerged on the other side with her head held high, her humor intact and her sense of self completely restored. Her story is a beautiful, inspiring reminder to people everywhere that our scars are not flaws to be covered up, regretted, or erased, but rather the beautiful, permanent roadmap of our resilience, our history, and our capacity to heal, grow, and conquer whatever challenges life throws our way.